my books are available on Amazon, dreallday.com/Amazon, hard copy and digital copy. Work on your game.
DreAllDay.com.
So we're going to get straight into it. When it comes to becoming successful in anything, everybody wants to reach success. And everybody has different definitions of the word success. So first of all, before we even get into the formula that I'm going to share, let's make sure we're all on the same page when it comes to defining success. So all of you right now, can you give me some words or some phrases or some thoughts that you have when it comes to success? How do you define success? Because I need to know, we all need to know that we're on the same page, because I might be talking about success and I may think of it as one thing and you may say something different. So tell me what it is when you hear the word success. What does that mean? If you could put it into a word, a phrase, or a sentence, what does success mean? Getting what I want, reaching a goal that you work for, attaining financial independence, greatness, having a positive impact on other people, working to your full potential, reaching your goals and dreams, greatness. Okay, what else? What else does success mean? I'm agreeing with all of these things. What else does success mean? Somebody said something in a language that I don't even speak. I don't know what language that is. Reaching your top potential of perfection, achieving a lifetime that makes you happy within yourself. Okay. Alan says working towards a goal, not necessarily reaching it, but moving towards it. Ali says commanding respect. Okay, so we got a lot of different things here. Peace of mind that you've done your best, reaching your goals. All right, so we're going to use all of these. All of these I like when it comes to success. And as you can see, different people have different definitions of success, but I think we all can agree that there are some common things. It means that you know what you want. We can agree that successful people know what they want, and they're getting towards it, they're reaching it, or at least they're getting towards what they want. We all can agree with that. We can agree with that a successful person must know what they want. Can we all agree with that? We can agree that a successful person knows what they want. We can agree that a successful person is doing the things that they want to do, and they're getting towards that thing and or reaching that thing. We all can agree with that too. That not only do you know what you want, but you're actually taking actions to get the thing that you want. All right, somebody also mentioned confidence. All right, so we're all on the same page with those things. So I'm going to give you this formula. We're going to get right into the formula here of how you're going to be able to become successful. All right, the first thing that you're going to need to reach your level of success, doesn't even matter what you do. Doesn't even matter what you're doing. Doesn't matter if you play in a sport, if you want to build buildings, if you want to be a teacher, if you want to start your own business, if you want to start up a clothing line, if you want to be a social media superstar. No matter what you're doing, in order for you to reach success, the first thing you need is a car. You need a vehicle. You need to be involved in something that can actually get you there. Doesn't mean it's going to do it for you, but you need a platform. You need a vehicle that can potentially get you to the end goal that you want to get to. First thing you need is a vehicle. So for example, if you want to be an architect, let's say I was an architect and I wanted to construct the tallest building in the United States, but I don't know anything. I don't have any bricks. I don't have any mortar. I haven't contracted with a construction company, and I don't own any land. Then I don't have the right vehicle. I don't have anything that's going to get me there. I can have the right ideas. I can read all the books. I can get all the Tony Robbins motivational tapes. But if I don't have the vehicle, that means I don't have any brick and mortar. I don't have a private contractor that I hire. I don't own any space in which I can actually build this building. I don't got the right documents, the right zoning codes, everything signed off on by the city or wherever I'm trying to build that. I don't have the right vehicle. I can't get there even though I got the right motivation, even though I believe in myself, even though, I'm listening to ET videos every Monday. It doesn't matter. I could be all this motivated and have all the right mindset and have straight A's in college and 3 college degrees, but without the right vehicle, I'm not going to be able to reach that success. So everybody understand, the first thing you need is a vehicle. Let's say you want to get big muscles. You want to get really big muscles, but you don't have a gym membership. You don't know anything about lifting weights. You never lifted weights before in your life. And even if you did get into a gym and started lifting weights, if you have no instruction, nobody's ever shown you how to do it the right way or what exercises to do to get you the results that you want, you're not in the right vehicle. If you don't know how to supplement the way that you're training with the way that you're eating, then you don't have the right vehicle. Because you could be training great, but then if you're eating terrible food or you're not eating enough or you're putting the wrong things in your body or you're not giving yourself enough rest in between your workouts, then you don't have the right vehicle. You're not going to get there despite the fact that you have the idea. So the first thing you need is the vehicle. You must have a platform that can potentially get you to where you want to go. Second thing you're going to need, once you have the right vehicle, you already got your vehicle, you know it can get you there because you've seen other people do it. And actually, one more thing I'll add to the vehicle thing. You know that you're in the right vehicle when you can look and see that there are other people who have used that same vehicle and reached success. Everybody follow that. You know you're in the right vehicle when you see other people have done it. So when I go to the gym and I say I want to have really big muscles, and I look around and I see a bunch of guys with really big muscles in the gym working out, I'm like, all right, I know I'm in the right place. Doesn't mean I'm going to get big muscles just because I showed up, but I know I'm in the right place because I see people who are using the same vehicle as me and they did it. So when I say I want to build the world's biggest building and I go, to some architect convention or I go to some real estate meet and greet and I see people who have built really tall buildings in there mingling and shaking hands and networking, I'm like, okay, this is the right vehicle. I'm in the right place. I'm in the right vicinity. There's potential here. Now I got to do the right things. Periscope, can I please get some hearts as I'm talking here? So now I know I'm in the right place. So you know that by, we call that modeling. Modeling, finding other people who have already become successful in the thing that you want to do, or at least some part of what you want to do. Maybe you're doing something completely new and revolutionary, but at least some parts of it have been done by other people. Find what those people did and make sure you have the right platform, the right vehicle. Second thing you need once you have a vehicle. Any of you own a car, you know that just having a vehicle alone is not guaranteed that you're going to get to work. Doesn't guarantee you're going to get to the next city and the next town. Doesn't guarantee that you're going to get home on time when you leave work. Because once you get in the car, if you just sit in the car, it's not going to do anything. It has potential to do something, but you need something else. What does a car need? The car needs gas. The car needs gas. What does gas mean? Gas means your motivation. Gas means your inspiration. Gas means your inclination, your ability to actually do work, to use energy and make something happen. It means you have the power to be effective. Effectiveness means you set out to get something done and you get it done. Power means you have the ability to act on something and change it because of your presence. So the second thing you need in order to reach success, not only is the vehicle, but once you have a vehicle, you got to put some gas in the vehicle, meaning you got to do work, effort. Effort is the next thing. So let's just say you wanted to be the best basketball player in the world, and I was to make some connections, make a couple phone calls, and I got you into a workout every day over the summer with LeBron James, Stephen Curry, who else? Klay Thompson, Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, and James Harden. So every day in the summer, and Paul George. So every day in the summer, you get to work out with those guys. You go work out with them every single day. Everything they do, you can do. Every time they go to the gym, you can go to the gym. So you got the vehicle because you know those guys are successful in basketball. So all you got to do is get in that vehicle. But if you don't put any gas in the vehicle, meaning you don't show up every day, meaning you don't actually do the work that they're doing, meaning that you don't take care of your body like they're taking care of their bodies, meaning if you don't have the right motivation and drive and reasons to get better all summer like they have the reasons to get better all summer, then guess what? Even though you got the right platform, the right vehicle, you are not going to reach the success. So you must have the gas. You must have the motivation. You must be inspired every day. You must give yourself reasons. You need reasons to become successful. How many of you have ever seen somebody who had the potential? They had the ability to become successful. They were doing something that they could reach their success in, but they just weren't a motivated individual. For whatever reason, they just weren't motivated enough. Or how many of you ever have been doing something that you knew could get you the success that you wanted, at least in that period of your life, but for whatever reason, you just didn't feel turned on. You didn't feel too motivated about it, even though you knew it was what you wanted to do, but you weren't activated. You weren't turned on. So understand that Jim Rohn said this. You can have the right potential and the right platform, but without the right reasons, you will not get the success that you want. You must have the right reasons to become successful. So the second thing you need is the gas. The third thing, so let's say you get in your car. Let's just say a real example. You get into your vehicle, your physical car, whatever car you got. You get into the car, so you know the car can take you wherever you want to go. All you got to do is know how to drive it. Second thing is you put some gas in the car, so you know that when you start it up and put your foot on the gas pedal, that the car is actually going to go somewhere. So we know it can move you somewhere. You've seen it in action. The third thing you need is some direction. You need some direction. You need a steering wheel, which means you need to know where you're going. You need a strategy. You need something to follow. You need a map, something to follow that can take you where you want to go. Because let's just say I decide that I want to be a weightlifter. I decide I want to be a weightlifter and get really big muscles and do those world's strongest man competitions, or I want to do the competitions where you stand there and pose, showing off your muscles in a thong. I want to do that. All right, so I go to the gym and I see a bunch of dudes with big muscles in there, so I know I got the right platform. Then I go and I get all this motivation. I get inspired. I get the right reasons for why I want to do this. This is going to change my whole life. I can help my family out. It'll fulfill everything within me to do this. So I got the right motivation. I got the gas in the car. But guess what? If I have no strategy, if I don't know how to start lifting weights, if I don't know how to take care of my body, if I don't know who to talk to who can teach me how to get into those competitions, if I don't have a trainer who can tell me how to eat the right ways and when to eat, when not to eat, what kind of things I should be putting in my body so I can get the right muscles in the right places, and guess what? I'll never come close to winning those competitions. I'll probably never even get into competition. So you have to have the right strategy. You have to have the steering wheel. I talked about this in one of my weekly motivation videos that I do on YouTube every week for the last 6 years. I said you have to understand that your emotions, ladies and gentlemen, your emotions are the gas. Your emotions can push you to do anything. When you have a strong enough emotion activated within you, you can do anything that you want to do. But your emotions should not be directing where you go. Understand that you use your emotions only once you have control of the steering wheel. Steering wheel is the way that you think. Your conscious thoughts, your rational thinking, which means your intelligence. You use your intelligence to tell you, okay, I need to go this direction. Then you activate yourself with the right reasons, with the right motivation. You step on the gas and boom, you're going in that direction. But if you step on the gas, if you get in a car, you start the car, shift it in the drive, and you don't even know which direction to turn, you don't turn the steering wheel at all, you just press on the gas, you're going to run yourself right into a wall or into another car or into a person or into a tree and possibly kill yourself. Because understand that your emotions do not direct which way you go. Your emotions will go anywhere. Any of you know an emotional person who they just all of a sudden out of nowhere they just fly off the handle, a live wire type of individual? They just don't seem to have control of themselves, even though they have a lot of motivation, a lot of energy. They can make things happen, but sometimes they make the wrong things happen because they just fly off the handle. They don't have control of themselves. They just go off the cuff with whatever's happening in the situation because they haven't learned how to use their intelligence. They haven't learned how to use the steering wheel. They got the gas, they got the car, but they don't use the steering wheel. Understand that you must have the strategy to what am I doing? Why am I doing it? What's the first step? What's the second step? What's the third step? What if this happens? What do I do next? If I run into this roadblock, who can I talk to who can give me some information? You must have a strategy, ladies and gentlemen. So let's recap 3 things, and I'm going to take questions if anybody got questions. Number 1, first thing you need is a car. You need a vehicle, a platform that can potentially get you to success. How do you know if you have the right platform? Look around. Have you seen anyone else use that same platform to become successful? You have to know that your vehicle can potentially get you to where you want to go. So for example, if you live in New York and you want to get to LA and all you got is a bicycle, can you potentially get there? Yes, but you're probably better off getting in an airplane or driving a car. Those will get you there a lot faster, a lot more efficiently. Number 2 thing that you need gas. You need motivation, you need inspiration, you need the right reasons to get from New York to LA. Because if I just said I want to go from New York to LA, I might get all the way to Ohio and be like, you know what, I'm tired of driving. I don't feel like doing this no more. I don't have the right reasons. But if somebody said to me, Dre, if you're able to get from New York to LA within the next 10 business days, you got $1 million check and a free house in the hills of LA waiting for you. Guess what? When I get to Ohio, I'm like, cool, I'm in Ohio. We on our way to LA because I'm going to get that check and I'm going to get that house. So you have to have the right reasons to get to where you want to go. Number 3, you must have the strategy. Just because you have a car and you got gas in your car and you got a gas card that'll unlimited fill up your tank, if you don't have a map, if you don't turn on the map app on your phone that says how to get from New York to LA, you might drive a whole long way and end up in Miami. You like, wait a minute, I was supposed to be going to LA. You might end up in Houston. You don't even know where you're going. You must have a map. You must have a strategy. You must have some directions to know how to get from point A to point B. Just because you're motivated and you have a platform does not mean you are going to become successful. I met a lot of motivated people. Any of you ever heard the phrase a motivated idiot? You can be a motivated idiot. If nobody directs that idiot's going to spin their wheels and use a lot of gas, but actually get nowhere. So let me take questions that anybody got. Anybody got any questions for me? I'm going to take them right now. See, we got a couple on Facebook. Periscope, go ahead and give me your questions. What's up, Jarrell Seaman? What's going on, Dublin, Ireland? Darag Riley. Shout out to everybody in Ireland, man. I almost played ball in Ireland, but it didn't go through. Is a basketball court a vehicle? You tell me. You tell me if a basketball court is a vehicle. See, one thing I don't do is answer questions for people that they should be able to answer for themselves. What if you know what people did for success platform, but you don't know them personally? You don't have to know them personally. You don't have to know somebody personally to follow their platform, to follow their blueprint. You can see what somebody else did. If you know they're successful, then you probably know something about what they did to get there. If you see them as successful, there's a reason. So what did they do? You can follow the strategy. And if you don't know somebody personally, what's wrong with you? You know how to open your mouth, don't you? You know how to read and write, talk. Ask them. What is some motivation you use or could recommend getting ready for practice? Go to my YouTube channel, and I got probably 500 to 1,000 videos that you can use for motivation. I don't even know those two people. I don't watch UFC. Because I know, if I know Kyrie Irving personally, I know all his drills. I've been doing them. So what does that mean? How do you know what direction to go? You have to find the right strategy. You have to find the strategy. You must know the strategy so that you know which direction to go. It's the same way if you get in your car in a new city, you got a rental, and you want to get to the other side of town. If you don't pull up the directions, then you might not get there. So you have to have a strategy. You need directions. Ask someone who has already done it. I said, I know his drills because my boy knows him. All right, then cool. You got a strategy. Good luck. Do you make your own strategy? You can make your own strategy. You need some background of intelligence, some background of information to do that. What I consider a strong network, a vehicle, or a steering wheel. It can be both, depending on how you use it. Depending on how you use it, it can be both. Jarrell Seaman says, success is different in everyone trying to obtain it. The main thing, success is something people work at in order to accomplish. Absolutely. Alan Miner said, you know you have the right vehicle when you see others who have been successful with it. Do you think it's a good idea to venture out inventing your own vehicle? Yeah, sure. You can create your own vehicle. You just got to make sure your vehicle works. We call that trial and error. So you might have to go through some trial and error and figure it out. Might not be the right one at first, but you can always change. Exactly, yes. You can do trial and error. The thing is, trial and error will take more time than modeling. See, if I told you exactly what to do, step 1, 2, 3, and this will get you to success, you can follow that. But let's say you want to do your own thing. You're an independent person. Okay, go do it your way. It might take you longer than it would have took if you would have followed my formula. Now, that's your choice. But each one of us has free will as human beings. We can do what we want. All right, do we got any other questions? Facebook got questions. Periscope got any questions? I will take those questions. Right here, we are live. I'll take a couple more if anybody got any. This is Dre All Day you're talking to. Facebook, y'all saw that link there. You want to work with me, go to dreallday.com/biz. We are actively working. If you want to work with me, Periscope, dreallday.com/biz. When will Dre Philosophy Volume 0 be ready for a physical copy? Soon. We're working on it at this exact moment. We're working on it at this exact moment to get the philosophy physical copy books ready. Do I think it's a better strategy to follow a model or trial and error? How do you define better? Give me your definition of the word better, Alan. People often ask me questions like that. Is it better to do this or better to do that? Well, first of all, you got to define what better means, and then I can tell you which one is better. Actually, by the time you define better, you already know yourself which one is preferable, because better means different things to different people. I might think it's better to sleep 4 hours a day. You might think it's better to sleep 8 hours. Neither one of us is wrong. Neither one of us is right. It's just what works for you. This is my best Periscope along with the vending machine of success. Well, that's good. I'm glad. I hope every day somebody tells me this is the best Periscope. That means I'm putting out some useful information. I want to play ball, but I don't have anywhere to play because it's too much snow. Well, you got a shovel? You know what a shovel is? Then you have somewhere to play ball. So now there's your vehicle. You got your vehicle right back. What's up, the mogul girl who just checked in? We're talking about a formula for success. It's called the car, the gas, and the steering wheel. If you didn't catch the whole thing, then you can check this out from the beginning. When I'm done, you can watch the replay. Can I take any other questions from anybody? Where are you checking in from, the mogul girl? What's your business? The mogul girl, that name intrigues me. So what kind of business you doing? I know you're doing some business calling yourself a mogul. My name is Dre All Day. For those who are watching me for the first time, follow me if you're on Facebook, follow me. If you're on Periscope, make sure you follow me. You're going to be in an all-Canadian game. Congratulations. If you want to be a pro, what would be your formula? Then you go to my website and you read. Philly, the Mogul Minute is your brand. Philadelphia, the city. I'm from Philadelphia. I'm from Mount Airy. Where are you from? The relation to a car is very good. Like the relation to the chess game. Thank you. What's up, Russia Dello 2016? All right, anybody else got a question? I'm going to take a couple more questions. I got a question over here on Facebook. By better means, does it show a more effective code of characters and make you a more successful person? You can do it by inventing your own vehicle. Oh, shout out to North Philly. Alan, it doesn't, nobody else can define what makes you successful. You have to decide what's successful for you. So it's not my judgment that says you're more successful or less successful than this guy. Listen, I don't care about anybody else's judgment of success. I got my own personal definition of success, and that's what I strive for. So I don't really care what somebody else thinks, and you shouldn't care whether somebody else thinks you're more or less successful by the way you did things. You have to decide what success means to you. So that's something that's just a personal inter-conversation you need to have with yourself. What's my definition of success? And which strategy, which use of my steering wheel will help me get there in a way that's most effective for me personally? That's a question you need to ask yourself. It's not a question that somebody else can tell you which one is better for you. What music do I listen to pregame? I got a playlist on YouTube that lays that out in detail. Not every song, but I've done probably like 20 of those where I put 10 songs each. So that gives you like 200 songs. My podcast, whenever it's set up, it'll come out in the month of March. It will be in the month of March. So it is recording that is going on. Oh yeah, I just started using this new app called Anchor. Anchor. Oh, thank you, Mogul Girl. I'm gonna check out what you're doing. Anchor, Anchor is where you could post like short 2-minute audio clips. So it's kind of like podcasting, but it's only 2 minutes or less, and it goes straight to the app. So you just do it right off your phone. It goes straight to the app. So there's no editing, no software you need, no microphone. You just do it straight on your phone. So go to Anchor and look up my name, Dre All Day, and you'll see me on there. But no, I'm talking about an actual podcast, as long as you want it to be on your podcast app, like Stitcher or whatever you like to use. Yes, that podcast is coming. That'll be my podcast. It'll be all me. I ain't going to say how often it's going to be yet. I'm not going to put myself in a position where I got to actually do how often I want to do. But I already know how long it's going to be. How often it's going to be rather. But the podcast is coming this month. Dre Philosophy Volume 0, which is my 7th book. The physical copies will be available this month. I got my assistant working on it right now so we get the physical copies printed. It's an 800-page book. That's why it's taking so damn long. Usually they come out immediately with the Kindle version or the iBooks version, but it's so long. So it'll be out. Bill Simmons, the ESPN guy. I like Bill Simmons, but I ain't trying to be the next Bill Simmons, not at all. I talk about things other than sports. You see, we ain't even talking about sports right now. So no, not the next Bill Simmons. The first Dre All Day. Who's going to be the next Dre All Day is the question. Can't wait to read it. Been anticipating for so long. All right. Well, you know you can get the digital version too. But I know you want the physical copy, so we're going to get you the physical copy. So don't worry. It is coming soon. Y'all just know that physical copy is going to be like $29.99 just because of the cost of printing that book. I appreciate that, the Mogul Girl. Damon says, my coach gives me a little in-game time, makes my path to success longer. False. I'm not even reading the rest of your question. That is false. That's not true. Just because your coach only gives you a little bit of playing time, first of all, why are you expecting the coach to give you playing time? First thing you need to do is start earning playing time instead of expecting it to be given to you. Second of all, no one can make your path shorter or longer. No one else does anything to you. You choose to see it that way. So you could say, my coach not getting enough playing time on my team by my standards actually motivated me to work harder and get better at my game, and it actually shortened my path to success. So it's just a matter of the way you look at it. And you need to start asking yourself the right questions. You're giving yourself the wrong piece of information, which all it's doing is putting you in a swirl of putting yourself in the wrong frame of mind. And all you're going to do is recreate that exact same energy. Oh, my coach gives me a little bit of playing time. That's the first thing you said that you need to change. And then you said it makes my path to success longer. That's the second thing. And I didn't even read your whole statement. I can't reach my goal if I don't have minutes. That's the third thing you said that you need to change. I don't know what's the problem, but I think I play well. That's the fourth thing. So I could probably do a whole Periscope stream just on that paragraph right there. All right, what you need to do, Damon, is first of all, stop giving other people the power to determine your success. Second of all, stop putting the power in other people's hands for what makes you successful or not successful. Third of all, understand that your success is based on what you do and not what somebody else does. And fourth, you do know what to do, because if you didn't know what to do, that means you could just stop playing basketball and quit right now. But I think you have some ideas on what you can do to improve your situation. So I believe everything you just said is incorrect. The dude doesn't like me for some reason. I had minutes, but I think with my talent, I should have more. Damon, did you see my stream yesterday? Let me give you a 3-step process to this situation. For those of you watching, if you didn't hear my stream yesterday, or if you happen to play a sport, or you happen to have a boss, somebody in authority who you feel like is holding you back, quote unquote, holding you back, they're not, but I'm going to give you the formula for what you do if you feel like somebody else is holding you back from success. It could be your boyfriend, it could be your girlfriend, it could be your boss, it can be your coach. Here it is. Step 1, shut the fuck up, get better, and keep working. Work harder. That's the first thing you can do. Stop complaining, work harder at your craft, and get better at your craft. Because if you got better, then you probably be getting more results. If you improve your ability, you improve your performance, your results, you would get better results. So that's the first thing. Shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear you complain. Get better at what you're doing and work harder at what you're doing. Step number 2, go to that person and open your mouth and ask them, hey coach, hey boss, how can I get more money? How can I earn more playing time? That's the second thing that you do. Open your mouth and ask them. Don't complain to Facebook. Don't complain to me. Don't complain to your wife. Don't complain to your kids. Don't post it on Instagram. Go to the source of the situation and ask them, what can I do to improve this situation? Everybody understand that. Don't complain to the internet when you're not getting what you want from your boss. All right, go to your boss and say, hey boss, what can I do to make this situation more favorable for me and for you? And the number 3 thing you do, if number 1 and number 2 don't work, there's a 99% chance number 1 will work. See, most people don't want to do number 1, so they skip the number 4, which is complain. But understand there's only 3 steps. Number 2 thing is go to the person and have a conversation. Number 3 thing, lead the team. If you think the coach is slowing you down from being successful, I just solved your problem. Get off that team and go to a different team. So now the coach can't slow you down. So now if you're not getting any playing time still on that new team, then guess what the problem was? It wasn't the coach, the problem was you. And I'm 96% sure the problem is not the coach, the problem is your lack of game. Your lack of ability is the problem. That's the reason why you're not playing. And I don't even know you, never even seen you play, but I've talked to enough basketball players to know that when a basketball player complains about playing time, it's probably because they can't play. And listen, I'm going to just tell y'all the truth. I'm going to tell y'all the truth from what I know. I've met thousands of basketball players, been playing basketball for a long time. I know when a player's complaining about playing time, it's probably because they can't play. I don't follow any NBA team. I follow the NBA period, but no team in particular. Any other questions that can I take? Anybody? Ali said, are your keys to success better than DJ Khaled's? Well, you tell me. Hopefully this kid takes action with this great advice. Very useful. We'll see. We'll see. Because this is the kind of information I give people, and I'm going to close with this. Kind of information I give people, ladies and gentlemen, we call this the fishing pole. It's kind of like somebody comes to you and they say, I'm hungry. Can you give me something to eat? Now, some people will hand you a fish and say, hey, eat this fish. Me, I don't hand people fish. I hand you a fishing pole and say, go get yourself some fish. And sometimes when I hand somebody a fishing pole, they get mad at me like, hey, I just asked you to give me some help. You're supposed to help people out. I had this guy on my website leave a comment like, oh, this is how you help us young black men trying to be successful. So he tried to use the black people angle on me. And I'm like, man, get your bitch ass off my website. What you got to understand is this. If you want to be successful in life, it's not going to be because people handed you fish. It's going to be because somebody handed you a fishing pole, or even better yet, told you how to make your own fishing pole so you can go make your own fish, because now you become self-sufficient. Because the next time you get hungry, guess what? If somebody handed you a fish last time, what you going to do? You're going to go and try to beg for another fish. But if somebody told you how to make a fishing pole, when you're hungry the next time, all you got to do is go to the water and go make your own fish. Now you're self-sufficient. Now you can help other people out. That's the only way it recreates. Because if I was to help all you out by holding your hand and giving you fish, you know what's going to happen next? When you get hungry again, I'm going to need to give you fish again. So now basically I just created a job for myself. Basically I'm running a daycare where I got to hand people fish all the time. But if I teach all you how to make a fishing pole, then guess what? 5 years from now, 10 years from now, y'all going to be the ones on Periscope doing Facebook streams, talking to your followers, talking to your fans, and empowering them with information. And you can just give me a shout out like, yo, this dude Dre all day empowered me in 2016 or in 2010 or in 2006, whenever you found out about me, because I've been doing this for a minute, and he empowered me. So now I'm giving it back, paying it forward. And what we do is create a world of empowered people. Because if everybody in the world was empowered, then there would be no complaining, right? If everybody in the world was like us, there'd be no complaining in the world, because there'd be nobody to complain about. There'd be no complainers, because everybody's empowered. Everybody knows that they control their own destiny. Everybody knows that they're the steering wheel, the gas, and the vehicle to their success. So it'd be no bitching in the world. It'd be no bitch asses in the world. It'd be no my coach is the reason I'm not successful. It'd be no my boss is the reason I'm not successful. It'd be no, hey, can you tell me what to do? Can you please help me out? It'd be, yo, can you tell me how to help myself? If everybody thought like that, then the world would be a lot better place. And I'm going to end it on that note. My name is Dre All Day. If y'all on Snapchat, follow me on Snapchat at Dre Baldwin. You got business inquiries, questions, email me, dre@dreallday.com. And I am looking right now for some people to work with. That's dreallday.com/biz. dreallday.com/biz. I got a couple webinars I put out free the last couple of days. Go to my website, dreallday.com. You'll see them. Work on your fucking game. Have a good afternoon. Make sure you get my first book, Buy a Game. It is free. Click the link right here below in the video description. I'm on all your favorite social media platforms, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Periscope. All the links are right down here below. It's either Dre Baldwin or Dre All Day on each one of those sites. And make sure you are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button down there and the thumbs up like button. Subscribe so you catch all the new content. Work on your game. Dre All